talking about a better goal setting process means talking about an actual process. So what are the steps? First of all, you need to have somewhere you want to go. You've got to look back where you've been. You've got to have some steps you're going to take, and then you need to actually go out there and take them. When we talk about aspirations, you want to make sure you have a clear target of where you want to go. You want to be able to name it, see it, visualize it, all those pieces, and you want it to be possible. Now, I'm not saying don't stretch, dream, but recognize your time constraints and how long it might take to change. Maybe it's a multi-year process. Maybe it's a different year when you have a bit more time available. Or maybe this is the absolute perfect time to choose this as your goal. Common business literature stuff talks about knowing your why. Well, the reason you want to know your why is because it helps with this one. You're going to have to give some things up in order to achieve your aspiration. You can't just keep doing what you've always done and expect to get something different than what you've always gotten. So knowing your why is important to making it a little easier to make hard choices when they come up. Now finally, how's this going to build or grow or stretch you? We don't need something that's going to break you or diminish you or make you less than what you already are. You want to improve, right? It might not mean every moment is sunshine and roses, but in the end, are you better? Now, before moving forward to planning, we need to do a little bit of looking backwards. My guess is there's quite a few things you do well already in your actions, behaviors, how you think and approach things, and how you manage your time and stress. My guess is there's also some things that you can do better. This is where your threats lie. It's also where your opportunities lie, particularly right here around stress and time management. If you can manage your stress well and manage your time well, the other things pretty much take care of themselves. All right, once you know where you've been and where you want to go, you need to set your path to get there. You want to frame things through what you control. You don't control outcomes like win or qualify or beat. You do control time and effort and output, and that's where you set your performance goals. And your performance is made up of smaller processes, so identifying what you do gives you some specific actions to take. Now, I have an additional set of steps here: before, during, after, and separate. This is where you address your threats. Okay? Name what the potential problems are and name the steps that are going to tee up success within each one of these process goals day to day. Now, two additional places for planning are knowing how you're going to track and monitor your progress and benchmarking reasonable action rates in two areas. One, what's a reasonable rate of change? In other words, how long is it going to take for this process to start to show? And then two, what's a reasonable rate of occurrence? In school, doing something 70% of the time is a passing grade. Okay? So if you're going to do something 80% of the time, that would be better than 70%. All right. But what's going to be your reasonable benchmark? I wanted to give you a couple examples. Feel free to pause these, reflect at your leisure, but think about things like this as your plan. And once you have a plan, you need to actually act. You're not always going to feel like it. But unless you're ill or injured, start anyway. This is your dream, right? Now, mood follows action and motivation follows progress. You don't need to have them in order to go out and do something. So get out there and do something.